What's going on? I just had a conversation with my buddy Rob Sislow, the video genius. Dude works for Grant Cardone. Had a long talk with Rob. He's such a freaking good guy. I mean, if you don't know Rob Sislow, I'm telling you, he's such a good dude. He's a good dude. And, through that conversation, low network connection, what's that mean? Recording. What is going on with this? Oh, hold on. Okay, are we back? Why is this? It's showing a low network connection. What's that all about? Karen Stahl, I see you. Okay, Samuel Sneed. Laura Peterson, how in the world are you? So I don't know what was just happening with the network connection there. That was weird. Jason Alt, Tony, how you doing, man? So, as I was saying, I just talked to my buddy Rob Sislow, the video genius over at Grant's office. And man, that dude is sharp. Tomorrow's his birthday, so make sure that you look out for Rob Sislow. Wish him a happy birthday tomorrow. He's such a good freaking dude. What's up, Dale Childress, Elizabeth, Jason, thank you for sharing. So, and through our conversation, Rob added a ton of value to my life today. A ton. Like, the guy is like, he's just such a good guy. Excuse me. Good guy. Hey, Robert, how you doing? He's a good guy. And after, I don't even know how long we talked. We were chatting on U-Rock, bro. Greg Crane, how you doing up there in Canada, eh? So, it made me think, like, did I bring value to somebody else's day today? Did I add value to somebody else's world, to their life? And because every single day of my life, that's what that's my goal, is to bring value to other people. These comments are covering my face up. Maybe you don't want to see my face. Anyway, did you bring value to someone else today? And if you didn't, then hey, the night is still young. Bring value to somebody else's day. Bring life into their world. People are struggling. I hear it. I see it. I see it on Facebook. I get the phone calls. I get the text messages. I get the emails. I get the Facebook Messenger. Hey, what's up, Jason Howland? Dude, like, you brought some serious value today, man. Serious value. If you guys didn't see my interview with Jason Howland today, go check it out. He's talk about a good dude right there. He is a great guy. And I have some really cool people coming on the show, by the way. Next week, we're gonna kick the week off with Lisa Marie Kennedy on Monday, and then I have a big surprise for you guys on Tuesday. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Just don't tell everybody. But I have Andy Frisilla's wife. She's coming on, Emily Frisilla. She's a friend of mine. I've gotten to know her through through social media, and we've talked, and she's funny, and just a lot of, she's awesome. Emily Frisilla. If you don't know who Emily is, make sure that you look her up on Instagram. Watch her Insta stories, because they're absolutely freaking hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious. So And if you don't know who Andy Frisella is, Andy is like he's the CEO and founder of First Form Fitness. They do the supplements, and I think they do 150 million a year, something like that. He was one of the speakers at the 10X Growth Conference. So hey Beth Hoover, how are you? So and I just lined up another one tonight that is a freaking, I mean, this guy is a giant. And Andy is powerful. He's awesome. You know, he's probably not for for everyone, but I love his content. He's funny, he's direct, he's to the point. The dude's built $150 million a year company, so he knows a little bit of something. But he's just a regular guy too. Like he just lays it down. So tonight I lined up somebody else for towards the end of the month, and then I have Lisa Caprelli. If you don't know who she is, oh my God, wait till you guys meet Lisa. She's amazing. She's coming on toward the end of the month. And Michael Coronado, bro, how in the world are you? Jill Rainey Walls, there's my wife. She's sitting up in the sauna right now. Upstairs in the sauna. Sorry, babe, I had to tell him. So, what up, dog? So, I have some amazing guests coming on the show. If you guys don't know, I have a TV show that I'm doing on Binge TV Networks. It's incredible. I'm so excited. All of these interviews are going to be uploaded. She said, thanks for that. All of these interviews are going to be uploaded to the Binge TV Network channel that I have. The actual channel is called Breakthrough Walls. With Ken Walls. Becky Chernick, Brian Hess, how you doing? How's Pittsburgh doing tonight, man? So like, you know, I've got some really, really big names coming on. Emily Frisella wait till you guys meet her. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. She's incredible. And you know, I mean, dude, to be married to Andy Frisella, you would have to be a pretty special woman, and she's really cool. So I can't wait for you guys to meet her. If you're not following Emily on Instagram, make sure you go follow her because she's funny. I mean, she puts out she has these Insta stories she does of the dogs. Hey, shout out for La Vernia, Texas, Michael Coronado. So, like, and Michael Coronado, by the way, is a funny dude. We hung out a little bit out in Vegas. Good dude. So, you know, I was just sitting here thinking, like, you know, I talked to Rob Sislow from Grant's office earlier, and love that dude, the video genius. If you're not following Rob, look him up. Tomorrow's his birthday. It's a milestone birthday for him. He's such a good freaking guy. And I just was thinking, like, are you adding value to somebody else's life? Have you done it? And I forget where I saw this. I forget where I read it, or I saw it somewhere where somebody said, was it Lisa Copeland? Somebody said that every night. Oh no, it was Sharon Lecter. I think it was Sharon Lecter said that every night her father asked her before she went to bed, did you add value to someone else's life today? And I freaking love that. Like, did you? Like, you got to really think about that. Like, did you add value to someone else's life? It doesn't have to be thousands. It doesn't have to be hundreds. It doesn't have to be 10. It could be one person a day. One person a day. Did you bring value to someone else's life? Did you? Beth Hoover, you're awesome. If you guys don't know who Beth Hoover is, you need to follow her. She's the fitness queen. So, like, bring value to somebody else's life. Make that a daily goal. Listen, I can promise you that if your daily goal is to bring, and Vic Tipnis, I posted something by Vic Tipnis earlier about negativity, and talk about a sharp guy. Holy crap. I've got Vic. I'm trying to get Vic on the show. I think Vic is going to come on my show. Marie Hendrickson, how are you? I've got David Cribbs coming on. Like, I've got some incredible people scheduled to be on the show. Lisa Marie Kennedy on Monday. I've got a whole schedule booked out. So I'm really excited. If you know anybody that you think should really be on this show that can really positively impact the audience, then seriously, hit me up in an instant message and say, hey, what about this person, or what about this person? And so, I'm really trying to build a thing here that's going to really impact the lives of people in a positive way. And I need some health and fitness gurus. Hey, Catherine, how are you? So if you know any health and fitness gurus, some people that are really at the top of their game that can really lay it out. Again, if it weren't for my friendship with Emily Frisilla, her and Andy post about this greens mix that they sell, and so talking about, because I've had gastrointestinal problems for a long time. I mean, living in pain. And so I finally asked her about it, like, what is this magic greens stuff that you guys keep posting about? And holy crap, I used this. You just mix it with water in a smoothie or something, and bloating, pain, everything gone within an hour. Everything. I did a video about it. I was like, I've never felt so good in my entire freaking life, I don't think, with my intestinal stuff. So it's incredible stuff. I mean, incredible. We ate dinner a little bit ago. We had stuffed green peppers, and afterwards I'm like, why am I feeling bloated again? And I'm like, I didn't have greens today, the greens mix, so I drank some. I let my wife taste it. She goes, oh my God. And I go, I know, but I'm telling you, the payoff is freaking awesome. So, she's been adding it to our smoothie. She makes a green smoothie every single morning, and it's wonderful. As a matter of fact, who did we get that recipe from? Was Jason. Oh, come on, Jason. Why can't I think of his last name? Now I gotta search for him. Holy moly. Worrell. Dr. Jason Worrell gave me this recipe for the smoothie a couple years ago. It's WORR. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. You got it, babe. So, what, just think about that. Like, hey, Scott, how you doing, bro? Think about, before you go to bed every night, Sharon Lecter, who's now a friend of mine on Facebook because of Lisa Copeland. And Sharon Lecter, if you don't know who she is, she's the co-author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. She wrote the book Think and Grow Rich for Women. She's just an incredible woman. She was just in the new movie Think and Grow Rich movie. Carrie Lynn Carter, how are you? Good to see you. So she's an amazing woman. If you haven't seen the movie Think and Grow Rich, the new movie, you should check it out. It's pretty awesome. Grant Cardone is in it. Joel Brown, who I'm friends with Joel Brown, he's in it. Sharon Lecter's in it. There's some amazing people. Bob Proctor is in it. I just got a LinkedIn request from Bob Proctor the other day. Can you believe that? Bob Proctor sent me a LinkedIn friend request. Like, wow. So like that's incredible, because that guy's he's a baller for sure. So yeah, Dr. Jason Worrell. There's Dr. Matt Zavarella. How you doing, Matt? Good to see you, man. So, ask yourself every night before you go to bed, before you fall asleep, this question. If you ask yourself this question, and you got to be honest with yourself, did I bring value to someone else's life today? And if you can honestly say, yes, I did, from a very non-selfish, non-self-centered way, did I bring value to someone else's life today? Man, that's an important question, because if everybody would lay their head down on the pillow and before they shut their eyes, think about, did I bring value to someone else's life today? Did I really, truly bring value? I'm not talking about your kids, your spouse. I mean, hopefully you're bringing value to your family every day. I'm talking about somebody, maybe somebody you don't even know. You know, did you bring value? So that, for me, that's important. That's the number one most important thing. I've got this show I'm doing, and I had Jason Howland on today, and by setting up the show, by setting up having people like Jason on, by having people like Hank Norman was on a couple of weeks ago, and I've had, you know, Lisa Copeland on, I've had Becky Chernick on, I've had some amazing people on. By setting this up and having these just ballers, like, these people have been through they've been through the weeds, they've been through all the crap in life, and they've come out on top and succeeded anyway. And like, you know, they freaking, Hank Hank is a literal hero. I mean, Hank Norman is, like, seriously, that's probably one of my favorite interviews, because he's just raw and he's real, and he built the Oxygen Network, and he built the freaking, he made Steve Harvey, who he helped build Steve Harvey into the celebrity brand that he is. He helped build, you know, Grant Cardone into the celebrity that he is. He created the TV show The View. I mean, the dude is incredible, and like, he's so real and authentic, like, you can feel it when he speaks. Hey, Ermilo, how you doing, bro? Like Jason did rock it. Jason, you're just as real. So, like, you know, these people that I'm asking if I can interview them on this show. These are some people that, you know, I'm not just, you know, most of them are friends of mine in some capacity, and, you know, I feel like, you know, like, I'm intruding on their world, asking them to take time out of their day to be on my show. But man, I think it's bringing so much value to so many people. I really do. I think it's bringing so much value to people that I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Now, it may, Jason, Dr. Jason Dean, dude, you know what? We need to chat about that. I think that it may morph into something else that has the same flair or whatever. Would you say they're heart-centered people? Octavia McDougall, hey, how are you? I love Octavia, and Stalker, her husband, down there in Florida. He was in the NFL for years. 9 years? Was it 9 years? They're incredible people. There's a couple of people that live to give back too. They do a lot with the youth. I mean, they're incredible people. So, like, you know, are you going to bed at night and saying, man, I brought value to somebody else's life today, or I brought value to a total stranger's life? And I'm not talking about go lecture a homeless person on what they shouldn't be doing. I'm talking about, like, are you bringing value? Are you, you know, sometimes, and Rob reminded me of this today, Rob Sislow, when I talked to him, you know, sometimes just, if your energy is high enough, if your energy is pure and it's high enough, and you're really, like, you know, you're on a mission to help the world. Sometimes, quite often, if your energy is high enough, just being in the presence of somebody going through the shit in life. Pardon my language if that offends you, my apologies. But for people that are going through all of the crap in life, sometimes your presence can bring them up. Just being in their presence, just being there with them in their presence, that can bring them up. See, this is a negative world we live in. People are so freaking programmed to watch. Like, I don't read the news. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the news. I have nothing to do with the news. I don't care if it's liberal. I don't care I don't care what side of the political fence the news is on. I don't follow the news. And the reason is news companies make their money selling negativity. If they have a big enough show, Don Henley wrote a dang song about it. A couple of songs actually, but you know, like, that's how they make their money. They make their money getting us to buy into all of their negativity, and so then their ratings go up, and if their ratings go up, that means they can sell more advertising. That's how they make their money. Megan Wright says, love that you're doing this live. Before my girls get out of the car every morning, I tell them, have a great day, beautiful girls. Add value to someone's life today. I love that. That's it. Add value to someone's life today. Man, as simple as that sounds, do you realize what you can do for the world? One person at a time. One person at a time. If you just get one person at a time. Lisa Caprelli is on. Oh my gosh, I was just telling everybody you're going to be on my show at the end of the month. So excited. Lisa is the author of Color Your Message, and I have it around here somewhere. It's on a bookshelf or something. But oh my God, she's amazing. I love her. She's amazing. You guys are gonna love Lisa. So you know, like, just remember that. Like right now, 10 people on here. There's people coming in, coming out. They get bored with me and leave. I don't blame you. But like, you know, people are coming in now. But by the end of this, there might be, say, let's for round numbers sake, say that there's 100 people that watch this. Well, if those 100 people all go out tomorrow with the idea of, I've got to make a positive impact in somebody's life today. That's my number one goal. And then they go out and affect 100 people. And then those 100 people, let's say that only 50% of them go out and they you know, affect those. And I mean, it can carry, you can have the butterfly effect in this world. You can create a positive pyramid scheme. You can create a positive movement just by saying to yourself, add value to someone else's life today. Add value to someone else's life. And I love that Megan says that to her kids. That's amazing. Greg Crane says, I had a waitress today ask how I was today. I told her I was awesome. She smiled and said, what a great attitude, and that she was going to be awesome also. I think I added a little value to her. Of course you did, man. People aren't used to that. People are not used to that. People are not used to that kind of a response. They're not used to people saying, man, I'm doing great. In my book, I told a story. I was talking to Jason Hallen about this the other day. I said, dude, did you get that out of my book? And he's like, no. I had a friend that he passed away, but like and I wrote about him in my book, and his name was Gary, and Gary, whenever you walked up to Gary, and he was the president of this huge medical association, spoke in front of Congress and everything. But you'd walk up to Gary and say, Gary, how you doing today? Or worse than that, you'd say, hey Gary, how you doing today? That is not how you approached Gary ever. So he would say, Ken, I'm having the best day of my life. And not only that, I get to stand here and talk to you. And what in the world could be better than that? The dude was a master at living in this moment and bringing the most positive freaking energy and impact to the moment that he possibly could. I mean, just like he would smile at everybody. It didn't matter. People thought he was crazy. They literally thought this guy was crazy. And when he was laying on his deathbed in the James Cancer Hospital, and I mean, that was it. He was done. And a friend of mine, his mother was was one of the nurses that took care of Gary at the end in the oncology department at James Cancer Hospital. And she walked in and she said, "Gary, how you doing today?" And with as much energy as he could muster, he said, "You know what? I'm having the best day of my life. And not only that, I get to be here with all you awesome doctors and nurses taking care of me and in this beautiful new facility. What could be better than that?" And he died like an hour later. And so, like, look, man, all the way to your last breath, to your very last breath, you can make I guarantee you that there's not anyone in that cancer hospital that still works there. If they had any dealings with Gary, they will never forget him. Ever. Ever. I guarantee it. Because he was the happiest, most positive person in the world. He was always, like Jason Howland, he was always having the best day of his life. And you get to make that choice every single day and have that kind of impact on other people. So go and do it. Fred Ward, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Go and do it. Bring value to someone else's life every stinking day. I know you got bills to pay. I know your bills are late. I know you got car payments and mortgages and rent and cars and all of that. I know. Trust me, I know. But I can promise you that as long as you sit around and mope and focus on what you don't have, you're only going to attract more of what you don't have. So bring value to someone else's life. Bring value to their life. Kevin Bacon is in the house. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? Bring value every single day to someone else's life. Bring positivity. Bring love. Bring everything that you have in a positive fashion to everyone you come in contact with. And I know that it's not always easy. I know it's not easy. I know there's times when somebody cuts you off on the highway and you want to commit homicide because you're reacting to the situation and you're like, "Oh my God, they almost killed me." You're not dead. They didn't almost kill you. Like, come on. Like, if they would have stopped and shot you and you lived, that's almost killing you. Like, that's almost, that right there. Kevin is a former prosecuting attorney, state senator here in Ohio, good friend of mine. Kevin, that would be considered attempted homicide, right? But cutting you off accidentally on the on the highway does not constitute like, "Oh, they almost killed me." Kevin and I survived an earthquake. We almost both died. See how people embellish things? It was a little 4 or 5 on the Richter scale. I don't know what it was. It wasn't that bad. But like, again, you've got to say, okay, hey, all right, maybe they're way more important than you. Maybe they're way more important. Maybe they're on their way to, maybe their child is in the hospital and they're trying to get there. Maybe, who knows? You don't know what other people are going through. We all make assumptions that we know what people are going through. But he said at least a 6. There were bricks falling off the building, right? So like, just do that. Like, just bring value to somebody else's life. Be a positive light in someone else's life. Cut out the negativity. Dan Kelleher, how you doing? Cut out the negativity. I know it's easy to get sucked into. Vic Tipnis talks about that on this video I reposted a little bit ago of his, and it's phenomenal. And he's right. He's right. Like, it's easy to get sucked into that negativity. It's easy to drive by a homeless person and judge them. You don't know what got them there. You don't know what thoughts are going through their mind. You don't know what they're thinking about. You don't know what kind of burdens they're carrying in their heart. So why not just be nice? Bring value to them. I'm not saying go out and spend all your money, your last dime, feeding all of the homeless in the world or whatever. Hey, if you can do that, do it. But I'm saying you can smile. You can smile and be nice. You don't have to be a judgmental jerk. Right. Drive by them. Stop. Right. I mean, I did something with my daughters the other day. We were in this mall area, and we're leaving. It was hot outside. There was a guy sitting there, and I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm trying to teach my daughters something. And we went through the drive-through to get some bottles of water, and I got an extra bottle, and I pulled out a $20 bill and wrapped it around the bottle, and I said, girls, I want you to pay attention, because this guy over here, and he was dirty, he was he was homeless and sitting in a chair on the side of a road, handicapped or something, and I stopped and I handed him the bottle and the 20 and said, God bless you, and moved on. And I'm not saying that to brag at all. I swear to God, I'm not. But I've been blessed in my life, and you know, I heard, Denise Swami, how are you? And I love the way that hey, Brad French, I love the way that Grant Cardone says, you know, when people say, God bless you to me, I say to them, he has, and now I'm proving it. So, like, stop walking around like a candy pansy ass and do something. Stop praying for God to give you the ability to do something, and actually do something. If you're alive, you're awake, you're on this planet, you're still breathing, you're still walking around, you're still able to talk to people, then you can freaking do something. You can do something. Stop thinking that you're waiting on, you know, the burning bush or you know, the seed apart for you to be able to do something. You can always do something. There's something you can do. Something. Anything. And don't ask me how you're supposed to do it, because I don't know. Everybody's different. Do your thing, man, but help other people. Help other people. There's no other freaking purpose you have here. People aren't going to be at your funeral and say, man, he was such a great taker. Wow, that guy could really take. Like, people aren't going to say that. People are not going to say that. People cannot say to you, or are not going to say at your funeral, wow, he was such a great taker. I just loved the way that he did that. They're going to say, man, that guy, that girl, like she really knew how to give. She really knew how to help other people. Eric Brower, my brother, how you doing? Laura Esterlin, how are you? So, like, you've got to get out of yourself, and say, and by the way, this is a great way. If you're ever feeling down, like, depressed, or I'm depressed, you know, whatever it is, like, you know what? One great way to get out of that, even if I take everything with me, dude, what's that country song? Ain't seen no luggage rack on a hearse, or something like that. Like, but like, look, the best way to get out of a funk is to help somebody else. That's it. And Denise, I hear you, and I agree with that. However, I think that it's absolutely impossible to help somebody else and not get something in return. So, like, while in line for your morning coffee tomorrow, buy the next person in line coffee. Yes, I agree with that. I love that. Absolutely. Givers gain. That's right. The more you give, the more you receive. It's the truth. It is paramount to success in life. It's paramount. It's something that if you don't get that you are not here just for you, God, your life's miserable. I mean, it's miserable. I've been there. I know. I have lived that miserable life already. And I don't want to go back to it. It's not all about me. It's about me helping other people. It's about me taking care of my family. But I've got to make a positive impact. I know so many people who are just negative. Negative. You know who I'm talking about. You know exactly. As soon as I said, oh man, do you know anybody? As soon as I say this, do you know anybody that's negative? Somebody popped in your head immediately, right? Had a killer night at their first 8th grade dance. Wow, that's awesome, dude. See, that's making a difference. That's making a positive. That is adding value to someone's life. And of course they're your children, so you're always going to do that. But I'm talking about on a daily basis. Get those asshats out of your life does you zero good. That's right. That is absolutely right. So I would say to you before, my new friend, Sharon Lechter, she co-authored the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. She wrote the book, Think and Grow Rich for Women. She's unbelievably amazing. I love this woman. She was just in the movie, Think and Grow Rich movie, the new one that just came out, and Grant Cardone's in it, Bob Proctor's in it, Barbara Corcoran's in it. There's some really amazing, Joel Brown is in it. Like these people are incredible people. And Sharon Lechter said that every night before she went to bed, her dad would ask her, Sharon, did you add value to someone else's life today? Man, how powerful is that? That one question every day could change the world if enough people did it, and really did it. Could change the world. That's all I got for you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to every one of you who freaking following my new show, Breakthrough Walls. I have some amazing guests that have been on already, Hank Norman and Jason Howland today. I've had Lisa Copeland, amazing people on. And I have some really, really unbelievable people coming up as well. So thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. Love you all. Thank you for the shares on this post, the likes, the love, everything. You guys have a blessed weekend. Dan, of course, bro. See, we always take people for granted that are closest to us. We always do. My bad. Dan, I love you, man. I love you, brother. So, hey, talk to you guys later. Remember, folks, coffee for the next. That's right, coffee. That's it. That's it. You guys have a great night. Appreciate you being on here. Peace out.